Hi there, I'm Charlotte Smith with Shampoo Creamery and csgrassfed.com, your place for grass-fed meats. I'm here in my kitchen today because I want to share with you an exciting discovery I made at the Weston Price conference this last weekend. I was asked to be a speaker, and included in all of that were the meals, and we had these wonderfully prepared traditional meals each day. Well, the first day we sat down to this delicious lunch, and it was meatloaf and mashed potatoes, all locally grown, cultured vegetables, kombucha to drink, and it was so tasty and elegantly spiced. It would have been great. It could have been coming from any fine dining restaurant. And at the end of lunch, someone mentioned that it was made from organ meats and included liver in it. And I don't know about you, I'm sure you are like me, that somewhere in your past you've had a bad experience with liver, maybe the taste and the texture of organ meats, and especially liver, are just not really appealing. So I've never made them a part of my regular diet, even though I know and you know that they are really, really good for us. And they're so good for us, I was refreshed in my learning that they have 3 times the iron of red meat. Liver has 1,000 times the vitamin A of red meat. It also has 30 to 60 times of all the different B vitamins that red meat has. So it's just a powerhouse food. If you can get it, try to eat it twice a week. First of all, I want to show you the organ meats. This is how you get them, right? When you order a half a cow or a quarter cow, you won't get all of these with a quarter cow, but if you order a half a cow, this is how they come to your house when you bring it home. Right here, well, the liver. You'll get a whole bunch of packages of liver because the liver in a cow is really big and they cut it up into small pieces. And then this is the liver. And I'm just working really hard not to be squeamish here. I'm going to be a big girl and just reach in here and grab this really mushy liver. And the liver, a lot of people think liver holds the toxins of the body, but it doesn't do that. What it does is it converts them, it neutralizes the toxins. So it's not like they're absorbed into the liver. The process, it neutralizes toxins, so it's really healthy. This is just a wonderful piece of meat, like I said, a powerhouse of nutrition. So that's the liver. Next, I want to show you the heart. And there is just one package of heart you get when you get your cow. And this is it. How beautiful. Look at that. And that is way more than we need for our batch of meatloaf, so it's still partially frozen, and I'm going to slice some smaller portions and put it back in the freezer and just use what we need, which is about a half a pound of the heart. So there's your heart. And lastly, this is the fun one, the tongue. I have cooked tongue before and eaten it just straight, just sliced it. And the texture got to me, so I didn't do it again. But now I'm just very excited to be able to put it in our meatloaf. This is a beautiful tongue of a cow. Once again, I'm not going to be squeamish, but I want you to know what it looks like when you get it in your house, and don't be afraid of it. That's a tongue. And again, this is a lot of tongue for our meal. We're going to just use a small portion of it, and since this is still partially frozen, I'm going to take the most frozen part and put it back in the freezer. Here I'm just going to saute the vegetables for the meatloaf in some coconut oil. And we just got a cup of onion, and I will have this recipe printed at the bottom of the blog. You'll have all this. And some carrots. And then when they're almost done, I'm going to add the herbs, which is fresh rosemary and some thyme. And I'm going to saute those in probably about a minute longer. All right, now we have our tongue, and you take it, it's been simmering for a couple hours just on the stove with the lid on, and I'm going to put it right into some ice water here. And then what we have to do is remove the skin. And then you can just slice the skin off the tongue here. And it looks and it smells delicious, actually just like roast beef. So I'll bet this would be really good chopped up and served in tacos or any other dish, but we're gonna go ahead and put it in our puree. And then let's see how this does, because I have never pureed liver and heart before. And we're just adding our chunks of tongue that we have simmered and peeled to our heart and liver. This is probably one of the, well, the most nutrient-dense food you could eat. The only thing it's missing are the probiotics that you'll get in your raw milk or your raw milk yogurt. And I'm just gonna work it all in here. All right, now that we've got it all mixed together, we're going to put it in our loaf pan here. Well, here is our fabulous organ meatloaf, and I'm really excited to try it. Slice a little chunk of it. It's amazing, so pretty. It's delicious. It's great, and you know, I can't, right off the top of my head, the texture and the taste are just like normal meatloaf. If I didn't know there was liver in there, I wouldn't guess that. But to be honest, because I know there's liver in there, I'm really looking for it, and there's like just the slightest taste of liver, but again, I don't think I would recognize it if I didn't know it was in there. So I think this is a success. Well, thank you for joining me today in my attempt to make our family even healthier, and I hope you learned something. Please go below the video to the comment section and leave a comment. Tell me if you're gonna try this recipe, or if you have your own way of getting liver into your family or other organ meats, and if you have a suggestion of something else we could try too. And that's where the discussion continues. So I'll see you in the comment section.